Guys, before you make any move towards your Australian dream, you really need to hear this.
Saying Australia has banned visas, students can't go anymore, PR is finished. But what's the real story behind all this? Is Australia actually banning visas in 2025? Or is something deeper happening that most people don't understand yet? Let's break it down clearly and calmly, because the truth might surprise you. So, first of all, let's clear one thing. There is no official full visa ban from Australia. The government hasn't shut the doors completely. What's really happening is a tightening of the rules, a series of policy adjustments meant to control the rising number of temporary migrants who enter the country every year. The main goal here is simple. Australia wants to make sure that only genuine, skilled, and deserving applicants come in, not those trying to misuse the system. In simple words, Australia is not saying no. It's saying prove yourself first. The Immigration Department has started to focus more on quality over quantity. Student visa requirements have become much stricter. Applicants now have to show stronger financial evidence, a clear study plan, and a genuine purpose of study. The government has clearly said no more fake entries, no more people entering just to find loopholes and settle permanently later. The genuine temporary entrant requirement, which was previously used to judge student applications, has now been replaced by something called the genuine student test. This change might look small, but it's actually massive. It means the focus has shifted from temporary entry to genuine study intention. The test now looks closely at whether you truly plan to study, how your course aligns with your education and career goals, and whether your background supports your chosen field. For example, if someone applies for a master's in IT, but their previous degree and work experience are in an unrelated field like arts or literature, the application might face closer scrutiny. Similarly, if a student cannot provide proof of financial stability, like bank statements or scholarship letters, this could result in a rejection under the new system. Every document now plays a critical role in proving your authenticity. So, if you're planning to apply as a student, this is not the time to take your statement of purpose lightly. That one document could make or break your application. It's your voice in front of the visa officer explaining why your course, your university, and your goals make sense. A weaker copy-pasted SOP can easily lead to rejection under the new system. Applicants are now advised to show a clear roadmap: why this country, why this institution, why this specific course, and how it links to future career plans. This level of detail can make your application much stronger and less likely to be rejected. Now, let's talk about the skilled migration programs, because this is where most of the confusion about the visa ban started. Programs like Subclass 190, state-sponsored, and 491, regional skilled, have seen temporary pauses in some Australian states. These pauses are mainly due to processing backlogs from last year's massive influx of applications. Many people who applied in late 2024 are still waiting for their invitations. Because of that, states are taking a breather, reviewing their quotas, adjusting nomination priorities, and preparing for a more balanced intake later in 2025. So yes, invitations have slowed down, and yes, some states have paused new rounds, but this is not a permanent shutdown. It's more like a system reset. The Australian government is trying to make migration more sustainable and strategic, not just open to everyone at once. Applicants who are patient and prepared have a much better chance than those who panic or try to rush their applications. It's a time to focus on quality over speed, ensuring that every document, every score, and every requirement meets the updated standards. Now here's what's trending in 2025, and this is where smart applicants will win. Australia is shifting its attention towards high-demand sectors. Healthcare, engineering, IT construction, and education-related fields are at the top of the list. If your occupation is in these areas, your chances are much better. In fact, these industries are facing serious worker shortages, so the government wants skilled people who can fill those gaps fast. For instance, nurses, IT specialists, and civil engineers are highly sought after. If your occupation falls under these high-demand categories, it's a huge advantage. You might receive invitations faster, and some states may even offer additional points under the points-based migration system. On the other hand, if your occupation is oversupplied, like certain hospitality roles or administrative positions, you might face longer processing times or reduced quotas. This is why it's critical to stay updated with the occupation lists and state nomination changes regularly. Another important update you must know about is the Skills in Demand visa, a completely new visa type that's expected to replace the old temporary skill shortage, subclass 482, visa. This new visa is designed to bring long-term stability to the workforce. Instead of hiring short-term foreign workers, Australia now wants to invite skilled professionals who can stay longer, integrate better, and eventually move toward PR. The Skills in Demand visa will have multiple pathways, including specialist streams for highly qualified professionals, core streams for essential skill workers, and entry-level streams for training or regional roles. The idea is to create a more flexible and long-lasting visa structure that benefits both the workers and the Australian economy. For applicants, this means better planning, longer employment duration, and a clearer path to permanent residency if they meet all the criteria. It's also worth noting that regional migration is becoming a bigger focus. Australia is actively promoting migration to regional areas, which often come with additional benefits, including extra points in the points test for PR applicants and potentially faster processing. For people willing to work in less urbanized areas, this could be a golden opportunity and one that many applicants overlook because they focus only on major cities like Sydney or Melbourne. Now, let's address those rumors floating all over TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. You've probably seen headlines like Australia bans all student visas or PR system closed until next year. The truth? Most of these are just clickbait. Yes, the rules are stricter, and yes, processing is slower, but there's no total ban. What's really happening is that Australia is becoming more selective, choosing applicants who genuinely meet their criteria and match their labor market needs. Australia is known for adjusting its migration policies frequently. These updates are not meant to scare people away, but to ensure the system remains fair and beneficial for both sides. The government wants skilled migrants who can contribute to the economy, not just people looking for an easy path to residency. For example, in previous years, many students applied with minimal financial proof or without clear study goals, which caused problems for both the government and applicants. These new rules help prevent that. So, what should you do if you've already applied or are planning to apply soon? Here's what smart applicants are doing right now. First, they're keeping a close eye on their AUSSIE account and checking for updates every few days. Second, they're ensuring all their documents are up to date from language test scores to employment references. Third, they're watching the occupation lists and state nomination updates regularly, especially on official websites. Additionally, applicants are seeking professional guidance to understand the nuances of new visa types, like the Skills in Demand visa, and how to maximize their points. They are also preparing alternative pathways in case their first choice is delayed or paused. This proactive approach is critical because migration trends can shift quickly, and only those who stay informed can adjust their strategy effectively. And most importantly, they're ignoring random news and rumors. Don't believe everything you see on social media or random visa groups. Most of it is speculation. Always double-check information from official sources like the Australian Department of Home Affairs or trusted immigration consultants. Following forums and social media alone can lead to unnecessary panic and misinformed decisions, which could even harm your chances. Now, let's talk about mindset. This is something a lot of people overlook. If you're serious about Australia, don't look for shortcuts. Be ready to prove your skills, education, and intentions honestly. The new immigration system rewards authenticity and preparation. If your documents are strong, your English is solid, and your purpose is clear, you still have a great chance. Applicants who take the time to understand the rules, gather strong evidence, and craft thoughtful statements of purpose are the ones who succeed, even under tighter restrictions. Finally, one of the most important things applicants should remember is timing. With temporary pauses in invitations and new rules coming into effect, submission timing can make a difference. Being ready with a complete and verified application when new invitation rounds open can significantly increase your chance of success. Those who wait passively or submit incomplete applications may face delays or even rejection. If this video helped clear your confusion, Make sure you hit the like button right now, share it with your friends who are also planning for Australia, and comment below your current visa type or application status. I read every comment, and I'll try to reply to as many as I can with updated information.